December 31st, 2014. As you're looking at the magneto pause, notice the timestamp at the top, 12/1/2014, December 1st. This is a calm day, not a lot of solar activity. I just want to let you take a look at this. Now I'm going to move it up. I'm trying to go to, notice the timestamp 12/31 today, but they quit updating this on Christmas Eve on the 24th, and that's as far as it will go. They may be on vacation, not sure. But this thing is out of whack tremendously. Look at the magneto pause. Guys, you've been watching my videos for years. You know that's not normal, and it's blowing out through what they call the northern lobe. You see that? And look at the bending and breaking, and I've seen this thing collapse into that satellite band, which is, if you notice on the right of this image, goes 15, 14, 13, as well as the COMS South Korean satellite bands. Same thing here, 12/1/24. Notice the timestamp. I'm going to go through the same thing. Relatively calm. Now, you can't see as big a difference, but for you guys that watched this particular magnetic field line chart, I'll show you the difference. I'm going to go up, try to go to the 31st. It's not going to let you do it. It's going to take you to the 24th. It could be, like I said, everyone's on vacation, not sure what's going on there. A tremendous amount of density outflow at the back. A lot of your magnetic field lines seem to be distressed. You see this? There's a big difference, and it's been going on. No one's talking about it. Now, if you look at the SDO images and things in the instruments, the sun is very calm. Now, just to break this down, this is just an artist's rendering, but your outer section of this is your magnetosphere. You're talking about your bow shock, magneto sheath, magneto pause, and you can see how they're numbered. The northern tail lobe, southern tail lobe. There's a lot going on in the inner solar system, so I kind of want to look around, see what we're dealing with. This is Comet Lovejoy. You can see it's brightening, and they're talking about that. It's visible with the naked eye. But guys, let's look at something else. First, you can pause this at any point and read this information. Now, this is talking about neutrinos, and it says they're lightweight subatomic particles that whiz around at near light speed. In fact, trillions of neutrinos stream through your body at any given moment. Though they rarely interact with normal matter, some neutrinos come from the sun, while others come from cosmic rays interacting with the Earth's atmosphere and astronomical sources such as exploding stars in the Milky Way and other distant galaxies. A neutrino's antimatter partner is called a geoneutrino, and like other antimatter interactions, when they meet, they annihilate each other. This is important. They've been experimenting with neutrinos. They found some very amazing things in 2013. We're going to talk about that. Also, antimatter. Both of these are just briefs from NASA, guys. All normal particles are thought to have antimatter partner particles with the same mass but opposite charge. When matter and antimatter meet, the two annihilate each other. The antimatter partner particle, of the proton, for example, is the antiproton, while the antimatter partner of the electron is called the positron. Now, when we know this in basic science, we know that the combination, again, neutrinos, antimatter, this type particles dealing in the subatomic range is dangerous. Now, when something else that we need to look at, and I've been accused of this before, is looking too far outside the box. But what we really need to do this time is look inside. And what I want to do is, they're getting ready to crank Cern back up, guys. Now, I've been concerned in the fact that I didn't think they would give us an accurate date. I thought they would get this thing running, crank it up, do what they're going to do, then let us know about it, just in case something goes wrong, or just simply for the fact they don't want us to know when they do it. This, you've seen this in the other videos, is the Hindu god of destruction. This is a statue on the Cern grounds there near Geneva, Switzerland. It's right on the border. Cern is an underground facility that's about 16 miles long. It's underground. It's a big ring. It's a super collider. You can read about it. I'm going to show you some more information. But why would they have the god of destruction there? Also, here's an image from the Cern campus, guys, and that's basically a Tesla antenna that's wired in. Now, this is, again, the holy Tandava dancer allows him to create, protect, and destroy the universe. Cern is its own nation. They have border control, health care, and retirement systems, which are better than those found in Norway. Their languages are English, French, and physics. In addition to guards in the surrounding forests, there's specially trained fire department. A sign near the entrance where communicates explicitly that this area is under the control of the general director. Neither Swiss nor French police can set foot within Cern's borders without permission. Cern has no sales tax, nor do employees pay income tax. It's their own little nation there. Scientists from around the world, money from almost every nation in the world is poured into this, and they're getting ready to crank it back up. Now, this article is the latest out. It says in 2015, which is tomorrow, the world's most powerful atom smasher, the Large Hadron Collider, will restart. The particle accelerator has already discovered the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle, and when it comes back online after 2 years spent on upgrades, researchers suggest it could discover other kinds of these God particles as well as extra dimensions of reality. Are you listening? And the identity of the mysterious dark matter that makes up most of the mass in the universe. The LHC is the largest particle collider in the world, with a ring about 16 miles or 27 kilometers around in circumference. It accelerates particles to nearly the speed of light using close to 9,600 magnets comprised of about 10,000 tons of iron, more than the Eiffel Tower. These magnets are made of coils of filaments that, if they were unraveled, would stretch to the sun and back 5 times, with enough left over for a few trips to the moon. Now, you can pause this and read any of it. It's 2 pages. I'm going to go through it, guys, but this is the important part of the whole video. The largest of the LHC's magnets weigh 35 tons and are about 50 feet or 15 meters long. They can generate a magnetic field more than 100,000 times more powerful than Earth's. These magnets require cooling from liquid helium, making the LHC the largest refrigerator in the world. The magnets operate at temperatures of minus 456.3 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 271.3 minus in Celsius. Colder than outer space. Now, 100,000 times more powerful than the Earth's magnetic field. What have we just been looking at? The magnetopause. Inside the box this time, guys. This may be what we're seeing. Maybe they're doing some test runs. But guys, they're talking about coming up again with something 100,000 times more powerful than the Earth's atmosphere, and that's one of the side products. And we're going to go on through this, and they're looking for a couple other particles. It says in 2012, the atom smasher helped scientists discover the long-sought Higgs boson, which helps grant mass to all particles that have mass. Dimensions, turning something into mass, such as protons and electrons. The Higgs boson itself has a mass of 125 billion electron volts, or more than 130 times the mass of a proton. Think of that. Still as rich as the harvest of results surrounding the Higgs, the LHC was designed to be even more powerful than it has been yet. Just 9 days after it first went live in 2008, a faulty electrical connection between 2 of its magnets led to several tons of this helium escaping with an explosive force, damaging the magnets. Then they cranked it back up, guys. When they cranked it back up, they had to shut it down. People were reporting sightings of beings coming up in this area of the world there on the French-Swiss border. The police were being called in. There were people seeing giants and things. You remember the other videos. Anyway, this is going to be a lot more powerful. They're saying now in 2015 it's nearly twice as powerful as its first run from 2010 to 2013, doubling the energy. Scary, guys. Scary as the first nuclear bombs, but even more devastating. Doubling the energy will have a huge impact on the search for new particles. One breakthrough they're looking for, it says it could, after it restarts, is discovering what particles make up dark matter, one of the greatest mysteries of the universe. Dark matter is thought to be an invisible, enigmatic substance that makes up 5/6 of all matter in the cosmos. Again, you're talking about colliding matter and antimatter and all of the different particles that they found. That's how they're doing this. Now, it says another discovery, the LLC could make are more kinds of Higgs bosons. The LLC proved that the Higgs bosons exist. No one says there can't be a second or third type of Higgs. Higgs could be a portal into the dark sector. It says at last the LLC may discover also the so-called Z prime or Z boson. The particle is theoretically a heavier version of the Z boson particle, a particle linked with the weak nuclear force that underlies both nuclear fusion and radioactive decay. Really gets better, doesn't it, guys? But it's a heads up. You can, again, look this information up. But what is going on? They are, again, with this energy, they're going to be able to generate a magnetic field 100,000 times more than this planet is generating from the solar stream that interacts with this planet. It makes you think about a lot of things, doesn't it? The government knows everything about this. We get very little information. They're behind it. The world governments are. Every nation, they've encouraged school children of all ages to become involved in funding and raising money and things like that for this project. In other words, gotten the whole entire world involved and made it look like a very nice thing. Billions of dollars invested, and really, for what? For what? They're playing with fire. They know it. Whoever's behind this, all the way at the very top, which we know who controls this earth, he may have the scientists believing certain things that they don't fully understand the full consequences. There may be a few that do. And each scientist is divided up into departments as a need to know basis of what the other one's doing. But the government's buying up emergency rationing, bullets, we know that, guns. Underground shelters are everywhere, all over the world. They know this is going to be cranked. They're talking about it. We're going to have to update it, guys, because there's too many loose ends to try to make a firm decision. But, guys, without the sun being active and with no other possible explanation that we can visibly see on why the magnetopause is reacting the way it is, again, I had to look around and try to see what we were dealing with here. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.